Hello guys, this is Anu here again from Learn Microsoft Office 365 channel. Welcome to my channel. I hope you all are doing great. And today's video is about introduction to Office 365 products. Not every product will be explained by me at the moment, but if you all remember when I purchased this license, that is Microsoft 365 Business Standard, I told you that it gives you an option to install Office applications on your PC. It allows you to use OneDrive, it allows you to use SharePoint, it gives you 50 GB mailbox, it gives you Teams and all other different products depending on which one you want to use. At the moment, the one which I am experienced in, the one which I would like to start with, which is the most important products, that is Exchange, OneDrive, SharePoint, Teams, I will be starting with that. So one by one we will see all the products, but before I actually go in detail regarding each and every product, I would like to introduce you about every product in say 1 or 2 minutes. I do know that maybe everyone knows about it, but still the people who don't know how to access it from the admin portal or from the browser will understand this. If I tell you that I have this email address, that is anu@anutest123.onmicrosoft.com, it is with me, but how to access my emails? People are sending emails to me. How should I access it? If you come onto this page, or if you even access office.com, you will see an option here on the left navigation pane called as Outlook. If you click on it, it will take you to Outlook page. If you directly want to access the Outlook, you can type outlook.office.com, go to this link, and then you will see all your emails and you can access your mailbox, which is 50 GB mailbox, from here. So this is where from you can access Outlook online, from where you can see your mailbox, which is a 50 GB one. You can send and receive emails. Click on the new message to send an email to someone. To receive email, you will be receiving the emails which will directly come into your inbox, and so on. You can start using your Outlook online. If you have Outlook application on your PC installed, you can even configure your Outlook, your user account, that is your email address. You can configure your email account on the Outlook application as well. How to do that will be explained in the future when we start with the Exchange tutorials. For now, it's just an introduction. So this is how you can access your mailbox, by going online to outlook.office.com and just access it. This is what is Outlook. It gives you 50 GB mailbox, it gives you archiving mailbox as well, and for simple accessing or simply sending and receiving emails, this is how you can access the mailbox. If I go to OneDrive, so this is the same page, office.com. You will see OneDrive here, which is the cloud icon. Click on this. What is OneDrive? OneDrive is a personal storage which each and every user gets. It's not a shared storage, it's not a shared drive, it is your own personal OneDrive. That is, it's your own personal drive. At start, Microsoft Office 365 gives you 1 TB storage, that is 1000 gigabytes of storage, 1 terabyte of storage to you. You will, when you click on OneDrive, this page will be opened. This is all how you can see your OneDrive. You can, this is my files. Over here you can upload files, you can download that files from to your PC, sync it to your PC, and you can start using OneDrive from here. So OneDrive, basically, if you have a lot of data on your PC, you want to back up that data somewhere, just open OneDrive, click on upload here, and start backing up all your data into OneDrive, and just keep it safe on your server, that is on cloud. Nothing will happen, your data will be safe unless you go and delete it. That is how OneDrive works. You cannot let anyone access your data until you share it with someone. This is your personal drive, which is OneDrive. It gives you 1 TB of storage and you can use it till 1 TB, unless it depends. If you want to increase the storage in the future, You can, but how to do that will be again explained in the future, depending if your organization size is increasing. If you have advanced license, then you can increase the storage, and otherwise 1 TB is the maximum which you get per user. So this is what is OneDrive. If I go to SharePoint, which you see here, I will click on SharePoint. SharePoint is where you create sites, and a lot of people collaborate on that site. For example, if you have different departments such as HR department, accounting department, and so on, if I want all the HRs, for example, if I have 2 to 3 HRs, I will create a site for HR and add all the 3 members in that HR site so that they can collaborate with each other. So it will be a shared drive. That site will have all the documents where all the 3 members have access to, and then you can start using that site, that people can collaborate into it, that people can start using the documents, and even outside the site you can share it with the people as well. But here this will not be a personal storage, it will be a shared storage. And this SharePoint doesn't give you 1 TB per user, it gives you 1 TB for the entire organization. So if you have 10 sites, you can organize your sites. If you want, it will depend which site will have how much data, how much storage. At the end, each and every site should make a total of 1 TB storage, and it will even give you 1 GB extra per license. So if you have 5 licenses, it gives you around 1 or 10 GB per license. It will give you extra storage. So if I see here, I have 2 licenses, right? So if I create a site, I'm just creating a test site now because I'm not explaining it in detail. It's just an introduction video, so I won't explain it in detail at the moment. Okay, I don't want anything right now. Okay, so my test group is ready. So this is my test SharePoint site in which I can add the members, I can upload the documents, and I can start collaborating with my team members. I can add the members from here. So this is what is your SharePoint site, and it gives me extra storage depending on the licenses. 10 GB per member, that is per user, it will give me. Next I will come to Teams. Okay, so I have opened Teams from here. We went into office.com. I clicked on Teams from here. Even you have a direct link for it. It will be teams.microsoft.com. Okay, so it will take you to this page, which I can see. I have not started using yet, so it will give me different options. Private chat and calling. So what is Teams? It is a platform where you can chat with different people internally, externally. You can create a lot of different teams, invite different people from other organizations, add your own users from your own organization, invite the other people, that would be a team. Chatting with the different people internally or externally is something a private chat. Private calling, which we do, example WhatsApp. Video calling, audio calling, team conference, team meetings, video conferencing. This all options is given to you in the Teams, which is a must used application now in this scenario where we just do work from home. We do not have much option. We do virtual meetings, we do this kind of online meetings. We can share our screen. For example, I want to do a training, I want some members to see and understand what exactly this product means. I will do one training, I will explain everything in Teams, I will start a screen sharing, I will tell them how it looks. So this is what is a feature in Teams. So this is just a small feature which I am explaining about. There are lot of different features which you can start using, but before you use, there are a lot of settings which has to be enabled in Teams to use more, which I will explain it in the next coming videos. I will start with Teams or SharePoint, depending, at least basic thing. For example, how you can start a site, how you can add members, how can you give permissions, what it does, how it looks. The same with the Teams, how you can get the Teams licenses, how you can add the members, how you can chat with the external people, how you can share documents in the Teams, how you can do the screen sharing, and lot of different thing in Teams, how we can create meetings, and each and everything which is very important at the moment. I will start explaining it in the coming tutorials. Please stay tuned. Please click on the bell icon at the end of this, just below my video you will see the bell icon. Please click on it to get all the updates regarding my videos. Do subscribe, please share with everyone who would like to learn it, and do share it, do like, please comment for any suggestions, and thank you everyone for watching this video. I hope you all have a lovely day ahead, and thank you. Bye bye.